This video is Packet 1, page 5. There are two word problems. Number 1, the Freshman Spirit Club took a trip to the state fair. There were 59 students and 6 chaperones, and the total admission cost for the group was $508. Each student ticket costs $2 more than each chaperone ticket. Write and solve an equation to find the cost of a student ticket, show your work, and explain what the variable you use represents. It's always a good idea to start out by identifying your variables, defining your variables. So let's figure out what our variables should be. We need to find the cost of a student ticket. So go ahead and circle, find the cost of a student ticket. Sometimes word problems can be a little daunting, so it helps to circle and underline things to break it down a little bit. Let's look. Each student ticket costs $2 more than each chaperone ticket. So really our baseline should be the chaperone ticket, because from there we can find the cost of a student ticket. So let's make x equal to the cost of a chaperone ticket. From there, we know that a student ticket costs $2 more than a chaperone ticket. So to show that in an expression, we would write x plus 2 equals the cost of a student ticket. In a few minutes, we'll have an equation solved for x. A common misconception is that students circle the answer and move on. If you circled the answer, x equals whatever number we find, that's the cost of the chaperone ticket. But the question actually asks for the cost of a student ticket. So let's remember to add 2 at the very end. Don't forget that. Let's figure out an equation for this problem. We know that the total group cost was $508. So we'll set it equal to 508. We know that there were 59 students. And how do we find out the cost for all the students? We multiply the number of students by the cost of each student ticket. So 59 times x plus 2. And then we add to it the cost of the chaperone tickets. We know that there were 6 chaperones, and each chaperone ticket costs x dollars. So here's our equation to solve for x. Go ahead and distribute the 59 to the x and the 2. So we get 59x plus 118 plus 6x equals 508. Combine like terms, 59x plus 6x is 65x plus 118 equals 508. Continue solving for x by subtracting 118 from each side, and we'll get 65x equals, let's use our calculator, 508 minus 118 is 390. Finally, we need to divide both sides by 65. And x equals 6. Again, don't just circle this and move on. Let's remember what we set x equal to. That's the cost of a chaperone ticket, but our question asked to find the cost of a student ticket. So the cost of a student ticket is going to be $6 plus 2, which is $8. And that is number 1. Now let's work on number 2. Carrie wants to use the $250 he has saved to buy a new music player and join a music club. The music player costs $79. The club has a $25 membership fee and then charges $14.95 per month for 30 downloads per month. Write and solve an inequality to determine the number of months of membership that Carrie can afford. Show your work and explain what any variable you use represents. Well, we're going to have an inequality, and we know that he has a budget of $250. So $250 is going to be greater than or equal to the membership fees that he incurs. We know that the music player is going to cost him $79. That's a one-time fee. There's also a one-time fee of a $25 membership fee. And then our variable that we need to set up is going to be x, and x is going to equal the number of months of the membership that he can afford. So we have the flat fees of $79 and $25. We also have a monthly fee of $14.95, and that's going to be multiplied by x, the number of months that he can have the membership. So now we need to solve for x. So combine 79 plus 25 to get 104. So 250 is greater than or equal to 104 plus 1495x. Continue solving for x by subtracting 104 from each side. You get 146 is greater than or equal to 1495x. Divide both sides by 1495. And you get 9.77 is greater than or equal to x. To get a better idea of what this means, let's switch it around. X is really less than or equal to 9.77. Now, the question asked us how many months of membership can he have. You can't buy 0.77 of a month, so really he can only afford 9 months of membership.